the next battle. For the next battle. Get ready 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 for the next battle.
fall. Don't let that pole fall. You better hold that damn pole. Hold that damn pole. You're a good man, Russ. I swear. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Last song, Unbreakable by me. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Budz Nite. Cole, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Just got done driving back. I took a visit home. I talked about it last episode. If you got the chance to see it before our video unfortunately got demonetized, then yeah.
It was
I
bound to
went
happen
home.
eventually.
Yeah. Well, luckily we got it out earlier rather than later. Yeah, we during our one guest host, Garrett's Anime Corner, his video ended up getting us monetized temporarily, but it's okay. I mean, like I'm gonna work on trying to edit out certain parts of that video so that we can still put it up and so that it can be rewatched by people who haven't seen it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I took a much needed trip. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I was just gonna say that I wasn't on that episode. I was gonna listen to it, but when I went to the channel, I saw that it wasn't on there, or at least there was 3 seconds of an episode on there or something. So, it was funny to reach out to you to figure out what happened and then hear why it got taken down. So, yeah, I'll have to listen to that eventually. But yeah, good to be back this weekend.
Yep, definitely good to be back this weekend. I got a lot to talk to you about, and we kind of went over it when I came home to see you and everybody. There's a lot of stuff that happens, not just like in the week that you were absent, but the week that I was home. Like a lot of things happened.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Like both that weekend and this past week as well.
So let's say we start to kind of get into it. So do you want to start with movie news, right, or just talk about movies in general?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a less structured episode since, like Kelvin said, he was on his way back, so we didn't get that much of a chance to really build up a itinerary, I guess you can say, for lack of a better term. But yeah, I figured we could just riff on some movies for a little bit and then talk about some games, and then we'll wrap it up talking about what we plan on doing for the week or any plans we have going on. But I mean, if I can start us off with one of the movies that is coming out or it's already out. It's a
Mhm.
movie called Warfare, and it is directed by Alex Garland. I'm sending you a video for it right now, Kelvin.
Awesome.
And then yeah, so this is the new movie from Alex Garland, who did Civil War recently, and then he's also famously known for doing 28 Days Later as well. He co-directed this with Ray Mendoza, who I've not heard before, but oh, it says here he was actually in Iraq. So yeah, this is a war movie. It's a lot different than Civil War, which was a lot more topical, a lot more like wasn't like really action heavy. For this one, it's literally you're following some Navy SEALs that are trapped behind enemy lines in insurgent territory, and them trying to escape. And it's got a star-studded cast. It's getting really good reviews. Very, very excited to see this whenever I get the chance. I'm always excited to see a new war movie. They're very exhilarating, especially in the movie theater.
Yeah, this was one I was very excited for. There was a lot of hype surrounding this movie a couple weeks back, and I've been trying to keep up with it. When did you say this comes out, Cole?
It is out now.
Oh, I'm gonna have to see this like immediately because yeah, this movie has definitely been, this movie has definitely had my attention, and I have been trying to do my best with keeping up with it. Yeah, very, very
James
excited to
Gandolfini's
see.
son is in it.
James Gandolfini's son is in it.
Yeah, Michael
shit.
Gandolfini. No, a lot of people in there. The guy who played Eddie Munson in Stranger Things, Joseph Quinn, he's in it. Will Poulter, he was. Oh man, I know him from We're the Millers, but he was in Guardians 3 as.
He was also in Narnia.
Was he in Narnia?
Yeah, the Voyage of the Dawn Treader,
Oh,
the
yeah,
one that nobody saw.
That I mean, I know I had never seen it, so there you go. Yeah, I'm very excited to see this though.
Yeah. So I also have some movie news, but this is more so. I, while I was home, watched a Minecraft movie, and I have some thoughts on it.
Before we talk about any of the controversy behind the movie, did you actually like it? Was it good? I have not seen it.
So here's the thing, right? Before the movie came out, you can't avoid like the controversy that came with it. However, I wanted to see it with my kids, and I expected just nothing from this movie, right? But I think I understand it a little bit better than other people. Like, I don't know. So the movie is bad, right? But I think it's purposefully like there's like a purpose to it being not great. Like it has to be intentional, right? Because there are so many like there's how to even. I'm trying to do my best to find the words here, but it's what's happening here? Okay. There are things that are just such bad writing and just such like it has to be intentional. Like
Yeah,
there's a point in the movie, and I'm not.
Say it's meta. It's a very meta movie. Like they know what they're.
It's meta, but like here's the thing: for something that has obviously like there are some visual effects in this movie that are just so like great. Like I was like genuinely impressed. I was like for a movie like a Minecraft movie, like some of these visuals are just awesome. Other times it's not great, but the writing is especially not bad. But I genuinely think for a movie that had this much care with like visuals, I think some of the elements that they use that people say quote unquote makes it a bad movie, I think it's done intentionally. I don't think it's meant to be taken seriously.
Yeah, I'll probably watch this at some point whenever it's on streaming. I'm getting tired of all the videos I'm seeing of all the kids freaking out in movie theaters during like certain scenes. I used to work in a movie theater, and yeah, if that stuff never really happened back then. Like there would be occasional things, but I feel like that happens a lot. I don't know if you remember, but I don't know if it was for the Minions movie or for something, but there was like a while back when a Despicable Me or Minions movie came out. People like kids, high schoolers, they would dress up like as the Minions and like
No
freak
God.
out in the during the movie and stuff. And this takes the cake, like the people freaking out during like the chicken jockey scene or whatever. Uh, we were talking about this before we started, but a guy brought an actual chicken into the movie theater, and everyone went nuts. We're throwing popcorn everywhere, and like I feel bad for that poor chicken. But
Yeah.
yeah, I like Jack Black. I feel like we're getting oversaturated with Jack Black, but I'll check this out. My older brother saw it, and he said that he enjoyed it. He the one thing that he took away from it was Jason Momoa like didn't play Jason Momoa in this, so that's cool.
Yes, I have a really weird thing about this. So I'm not a big fan of Jason Momoa, but I would argue that he might be like this might be the best role I've ever seen him in because like it's
That's
like
awesome.
he probably like is one of the people that like carry the movie the best.
Well, the next big thing that we'll be seeing him probably in is probably Supergirl as Lobo.
Yeah, I'm genuinely excited for that role as well. Like I said, there. So as you were kind of talking about Cole, like I don't care if like a movie is like necessarily bad or if it's like sorry, I'm trying to get my
You'll
thoughts
enjoy
together
it.
here. Yeah, so I don't care if a movie's bad or if it's like good. You don't like if you're going to a theater to see a movie, right? Um, sorry, please give me 2 seconds. Sorry, you my bad.
But yeah. While he's dealing with stuff, I'll give my quick input on the Minecraft movie. The one thing I will say is good or bad. Like, hey, the more video game movie adaptations that we get, the better, because there's a lot of cool stuff out there that probably will never see the light of day again because they won't get another video game adaptation. But they could get a movie or maybe an animated series or something.
I apologize for that.
You're
I'm
good.
back. The thing I was trying to say is, it doesn't matter if a movie's good or bad if you're going to see it because it's good or bad. If you're going to a movie theater, you don't ruin the movie for other people. Like, yeah, I was going to the movie thinking, yeah, it's probably going to be a bad movie. That doesn't mean I'm going to ruin it for not just my kids, but for other kids that might be seeing this movie, right? Because
Yeah.
like it's a kids' movie at the end of the day. Kids are going to see this, right? Like
Yeah, and
you're
for some
ruining the
kids,
theater.
there's a level to freaking out, like
Yeah.
in a movie theater. Like whenever, like in a kids movie, like I can understand kids like losing their minds a little bit, but whenever you're like a teenager, they're doing it for their 15 seconds of fame. Like that's why they're videotaping that. That's
Like you could have seen any other movie. Go see the fucking Woman in the Yard. That fucking
they don't. That doesn't have the
that
chicken
fucking.
jockey scene.
Oh God. Yeah, that's all I've been. That's all I've been hearing about. Like in terms of like the memes about the movie. But I will stand by this, Cole. I don't think it's the worst video game adaptation that's ever been
Yeah,
made.
cool.
Yeah, I don't think it's the worst, and
Yeah,
I would go to as far to say is like I someone enjoyed it.
I'll check it out at some point.
All right, but you had sent me this video. Why don't you talk about the amateur a little bit?
Yeah, so this is also out this weekend, starring Rami Malek, John Bernthal, Lawrence Fishburne, Rachel Brosnan, who is, I believe she's the new Lois Lane in Superman. Yeah, she is. But this movie is about a CIA decoder. His world ends when his wife dies in a London terrorist attack, and his supervisors refuse to take action. His intelligence becomes the ultimate weapon as he embarks on a dangerous trek across the globe to track down those responsible. Uh, I saw the trailers for this, and I like Rami Malek. I'm not the hugest fan, but I love Lawrence Fishburne. I'll always check out something that he's in, so that's why I'm want to check this out. I haven't seen reviews on it, but I'm not familiar with the director, James Hawes. Quick look, he hasn't really done anything that I can say that I've seen or maybe even remember seeing. So hey, I mean, I'll check it out. Like I said, I'll definitely check out anything with Lawrence Fishburne. We were robbed of seeing him again as Morpheus in the newest Matrix movie, even though it was ass. But
It was
it would have been a little bit better if he was back as Morpheus. So you can't deny me on that.
Oh man. Well, so speaking of Rami Malek, the first I actually like Rami Malek, and the first role that you're laughing because you know where I'm going with this. The first role I ever saw him in that he really had a huge impact on me with was actually the game Until Dawn.
Yep.
Yep. And oddly enough, Until Dawn has a movie coming out this
Yep.
month.
It's coming out this month.
It's coming out this month.
Wow. Have you seen the trailer for this?
I actually haven't seen the trailer for this. This is my first time seeing it right now.
Okay.
That's
Well,
we're talking about
avert
it.
your eyes. I feel like you should go into this without seeing. I mean, I can
Eyes
give you a
averted.
general idea of. Slight spoiler: it's not going to be 1-to-1 the video game.
Okay.
It's a new spin on it. I don't know how else. I don't want to say
Nope,
anything
I
else.
think I have an idea of what you're trying to say here.
It'd be cool if we see Rami Malek appear in it though, because like you said, yeah, he wasn't the main. I wouldn't say it was hard to say who the main character is Until Dawn. Doesn't really have like a main character, I guess.
I'd say he was central to the plot. I wouldn't say
Oh,
he's
yeah.
the main character, but
Yeah.
I'd say he's one of the main driving forces of the plot.
That's that's where I saw him originally from as well. When that game came out, I was living out in Pittsburgh, and my roommate at the time was watching a show called Mr. Robot, and I remember seeing him in
Yep.
that all the time, and I'd never watched it with him, just only seeing it in passing. And then that game came out, and he recognized it was him. Yeah, I still haven't watched Mr. Robot. I should probably get around to doing that. I heard it's really good.
Yeah, that's definitely one I need to check out as well. Like I had when I was living in South Dakota, actually, I had all sorts of coworkers recommending it to me, and I just never gave it a shot. But the premise seemed interesting, and I definitely have been meaning to check it out for like a long time now.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, what any other movie news or movie recs you want to talk about?
Well, in terms of recommendations, I did have a movie to recommend, and I will always recommend this movie to people just because I love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies like ever. It is A Ghost Story by A24. Now, this movie came out a couple years back, and I'm trying to find the words to explain this movie without giving too much away. Essentially, it has to deal with someone who has passed away and the journey his spirit takes when he passes away. It transcends it transcends time, it transcends just all sorts of emotions and feelings, and it's I will say this about the movie, right? I've come back to watch this like at least once a year, and every time I watch it, it always levels me emotionally. It is just one of those movies that I can count on just evoking a response from me if I need to like I'm just getting my emotions out, right? Like this is a beautiful movie. It's beautifully shot. The aspect ratio that they use is really, really cool. I'd say it's Casey Affleck's best role. And I'm sure you've seen it, Cole, so you know that there's not a whole lot of dialogue in this movie. But
I've never seen it.
You've never seen this movie?
No,
Oh my God, Cole.
I'm kind of like a stick in the mud when it comes to this movie because I know it would absolutely wreck me, so I'm not ready for that.
Oh, this is one of my favorite movies ever. It is so beautiful. But that being said, I'm going to stop sharing this because I don't want you to see anything more.
I remember that I was working at a movie theater whenever that movie came out. I don't remember exactly. I keep saying remember. God, I think that I saw the trailers for it constantly. I don't remember which movie. There I go saying it again. But I do want to watch it. But like I said, I know it's gonna wreck me. So I'll in due time.
Well, if it comes over you one day, like Calvin, I need to see this movie. I'm there with you, man. I will watch this like anytime that you're ready to watch this.
I'll try to remember.
Oh man. Well,
uh,
did you have a recommendation this week?
yeah. Well, I had two, honestly.
Okay.
Really. So the one is a uh, movie trilogy recommendation. Here, I will just send you the video because I feel like we might get copyright for that because Netflix are
Oh yeah.
stingy bastards. But I just sent you a picture. So I don't
Okay.
know if you've ever seen the Fear
Oh
Street
hell yeah.
trilogy.
I watched all three with you.
Did you?
Yeah, I watched all three with you. I
I
watched
can't.
all three of these
I'm sorry,
trilogies.
I have a terrible memory. But yeah, the Fear Street books are written by R.L. Stein, and this trilogy came out. Oh God, was it like 2 years ago? Maybe three. It was post COVID. I remember that for sure. And it's a trilogy. The way they released the movies was really cool. They all came out on Netflix, and the first one came out. I don't remember. Well, I guess we have the dates right here. The first one came out July 2nd. The second one came out July 9th, and the third one came out July 16th. And they're all three of them are movies. They're usually like all three of them are either just under an hour or just about 2 hours, or I'm sorry, just under 2 hours or just about 2 hours long. And I really enjoyed these movies. I enjoyed it whenever they came out, and I still enjoy it whenever I rewatch them. They're really fun slasher movies, and you can definitely tell that it's R.L. Stein whenever you have the towns named like Sunnyvale and Shadyside, and I once you figure out who the main antagonist of the series is, you'll
Mhm.
beat yourself up for not realizing it because it's shoved right in your face. Especially whenever they say like there's like a line that they say that's like it's on the cusp of being so stupid, but it's so good at the same time. Um, yeah, these are really fun movies. Each movie goes back into a different era. The first one being 1994, the second being 1978, and the third being 1666. And it's about the witch Sarah Fear and her possessing Shadyside, and our heroes trying to figure out how to stop her and being killed and people dying left and right on the way.
I remember when we had first. I can't remember how became recommended to me, but we were talking about things we should watch or something like that, and you said, "Oh, you should watch Fear Street. Have you ever seen Fear Street?" I'm like, "No." Like you're like, "Oh, we gotta watch Fear Street," and I was like, "Okay, well, I'll just put it on real quick." You dropped everything, and we're like,
Was this during Halloween time?
I can't remember if it was during. It might have been like a
Because
year or
yeah,
two
like I
back.
said, these came out in July. Definitely, it was post COVID. I feel like,
Yeah.
but yeah, these are such a good Halloween movies. But you can watch them at any time of the year because they're not like set around Halloween or anything. But obviously, like any horror movie is a good Halloween movie.
Yeah,
But
definitely had a blast with these watching
yeah,
them, especially like watching with friends. Like this, these were great.
yeah, a lot of fun.
All right. So,
Uh,
what was the other thing that you
so
had?
the other thing I've been watching recently actually is the show called The Pit. Let me find
I
a.
got it.
Okay. Yeah, so it's called The Pit. It's on Max, and it's set in an ER in Pittsburgh. I forget the name of the hospital, but so pretty much the first season. I'm sure there'll be more seasons because this is getting rave reviews. Everyone's loving it, but the first season is just one hospital shift, one
Give us a
ER
good word.
shift. Each episode is just 1 hour of their shift, and it's an ER in a city, so they're getting a lot of different cases coming through the door. And one of the best things I can say about this show is a lot of medical professionals are praising the show on its realism and how true to form it is in regards to how real world medicine is practiced in emergency rooms across the states. And it has its fair share of comedy, has its fair share of drama, but definitely the the patients that come through the door, like the medicals, like all that stuff takes like the front row seat. But the characters in the show are really amazing as well.
Mhm.
The main actor, actually, I don't know if you've heard of the show ER. Like, it was on
Yeah.
for like 13 seasons way back in the day. Had George Clooney in it at one point. The main
Yep.
character, the main actor in The Pit, is from ER. So a lot of people are saying like, oh, this is ER's successor or something. But the show is graphic. It does not hold back on the language, the gruesomeness of some of the injuries. I have 3 episodes left of the first season that's out. I think there's like 13 or 14, maybe 15 episodes total. Most recent episode that happened was really hard to watch.
Hmm.
The show is not for the faint of heart. Like,
I
it's
can
hard to
imagine.
watch, but also really good, and
Hmm.
definitely recommend checking out if you like hospital dramas, which I was sorely missing because I used to love watching House.
Mm. Oh yeah, House. That's another show that like I did not watch the series like start to finish, but I tuned in episodes here and there. I didn't realize it was like serialized after a point.
Yeah, that show is a lot more tongue in cheek. Like, House looks at somebody's like, oh, you got this rare parasite that you can only get in this one part of the country, but you got it from this fruit that came from this country. Whereas in the Pit, like, it's a lot more realistic. Like, they're dealing with people that are coming in from gunshot wounds, heart attacks, just like normal ER stuff. Nothing that Dr. House would have to cook up on a fucking whiteboard to figure out what it was.
I love how like House is just like these people come in with these like rashes or like just some crazy shit, and
Like,
everybody's like, I don't know what is this rash from? Like I don't know what's going on. And House walks in, he's like, hold this cactus, and then they're like somebody's just like holding the cactus, like, yep, they got a parasite. It's like what?
he always says it's never lymphoma until it is lymphoma.
Oh man. All right, well, moving into some gaming news here.
Well, before we move on
Gotcha.
to gaming news, well, I guess we can talk about this a bit. Like, I was going to talk about The Last of Us, but I feel like we could wait for that till after gaming when we
Mm,
talk about stuff we'll be up to this week, because I'll be
okay, yeah.
out this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we can save it. We can move on to gaming then.
All right. Well, going on to gaming news, the beta for the game Rematch dropped this week. If you were lucky enough to get an invite code, which I was not, you got a chance to play this game. Have you heard about this game, Rematch?
You mean FIFU? Yes. One of my favorite YouTube channels, Kind of Funny Gaming. They were Kind of Funny Games, rather. They were playing it. Either it was today or it was yesterday, I forget. But yeah, looks a lot of fun. A lot of people are saying it's reminiscent of like a FIFA Street game, where you're not controlling. Well, I guess you can control multiple players like in single player modes, but like whenever you're playing with people, you're controlling one character. Like, if you're the goalie, you're staying at like the goal the majority of the time. But yeah, this game looks a lot of fun. It's very stylized. It's from the guys who did Sifu, obviously. Before that, they did Absolver. Both of those games being fighting games, very interesting to see them take on going on to a sports game for their next thing that they work on.
I think it was a cool step. If
Yeah.
you played Absolver or Sifu, you know that they are really good when it comes to animating choreography.
Yeah.
So stuff like this, where it's like really precise foot movements, I think like they really excelled at.
Have
Like I said,
you watched any gameplay of it?
I have been trying to abstain because
Okay.
I have wanted to like get my hands on this game ever since I saw the trailer that we're showing right now. I have wanted to like just play this game.
I've seen a lot of people saying that it's gonna give Rocket League a run for its money, which I don't really think so, because it's like in a different vein of it's like the same kind of game, but a different kind of game at the same time. It's gonna scratch a different itch for a lot of people compared to Rocket League.
I would agree with that. I think that it's like comparing the two, like they're similar, but they're just so different. Like Rocket League is you're doing cool fucking like flip tricks with a car and knocking it into like a net. like bouncing around this like stage that you're driving on. Whereas Sifu's like a lot more. I wouldn't say a lot more grounded, but like literally you're on the ground, like working with a team to just play European football. Like I don't know. It's a lot. They're two different games,
Yeah.
and it would be kind of unfair to compare the two.
Yeah. I'm excited to get my hands on. It looks like it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been I've been kicking myself that I did not sign up for the beta like earlier. It was the same thing with Night Rain. Like when Night Rain beta dropped, I was like, damn, I signed up for this way too late. Because I've been wanting to play Elden Ring Night Rain for a long time now. Oh man. But did you have any gaming news on your end?
Well, yeah, I feel like we could. The whole gaming section can take up the whole pod because of what Nintendo dropped on us last week.
Oh,
or was it this week? I can't even remember.
Nope, it was not. It wasn't this week. It was the previous week.
Yeah, it was last. Okay.
And it just went to show that Nintendo are. I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, I know what they're thinking, but
I saw it was confirmed today that for if you don't own what's the newest Zelda, not Breath of the
Wild, Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. If you don't own Tears of the Kingdom, if you get it for Switch 2, just solely for Switch 2, $90. That's for the physical copy. $90.
Insane. That is absolutely insane.
I'm 100% in belief that GTA 6, though I'm probably not going to be getting it, even if it was at launch $60, it's probably going to launch at $100. Maybe I can see them doing maybe 80, but it's Rockstar and Take-Two. They can definitely do $100. I can see them doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know.
All the people to set the precedent of like not even really set the precedent of the new pricing, but I mean it makes sense that Nintendo is saying this for the Nintendo Switch 2 games.
I mean, it would make sense if like their system was like the next.
Well, I'm not saying it makes sense logically. I'm just saying it makes sense Switch, as a company. Hello? Calvin, can you hear me?
Hello. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
You're right.
I can hear you. Oh, yep. Hold on one second.
All right. Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Is everything all right? Hello?
Maybe. We'll see. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? Technical difficulties.
Hello? Oh, we're having difficulties.
We seem to be experimenting with technological differences.
Oh, we're technical differences. That's everybody. But yeah, the Switch 2, Nintendo, greediest, especially for a system that just doesn't have the technical specs. It's just super. Hold on, let me see if this works.
Okay, how about now? Hello. Cole,
hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you. Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
Calvin, I can hear you.
Oh,
Hello?
Hello. It's hold on. Well,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. Can you?
I don't know what's
Okay.
going on. I can hear you.
Okay.
It's delayed.
Oh shit.
Stop. I don't know what to do. Hello, hello. Kelvin, can you hear me? Yes. What's going on in Restream?
Sorry about that, guys. If you're still here with us, we're having some technical difficulties, so we're early today. However, that is before we sign off for the night. I want to express to watch Last of Us Part 2 that comes out tomorrow evening. And we will definitely be talking about that on our next podcast. Thank you guys all so much for joining us. Apologies for the technical delays. We will be in much better shape next time. But yeah, until then, guys, take care.
I wait in silence, lost in thought. Love's a dream that can't